Welcome, medical professionals, to the Mastering Multi-Casualty Response module of the Hodge Preparation course. This course will equip you to safely respond in a multi-casualty response incident, a critical component for ensuring the safety and health of responders and attendees during the Hodge gatherings. By the end of this module, you'll gain a comprehensive understanding of the incident management system, including its operational structure, components, and the pivotal role it plays. Objectives include 1. Define the Incident Management System, IMS. 2. Identify the operational structure of the Incident Management System. 3. Understand your role in the IMS. 4. Identify the components of Incident Command. 5. Function within an established Incident Command system. 6. Utilize a standard triage process. Mass casualty incidents at large events can be overwhelming. With potentially limited resources and a high number of patients, the Incident Management System, ICS, enables you to maximize your impact, ensuring the greatest good for the greatest number of patients. Standardization and flexibility are key in the Incident Management System. Standardization covers communications, terminology, resource classification, personnel training, and interoperability, or the ability to communicate across different sectors. All are essential for successful operation. The Incident Management System is built upon 3 structural components and are as follows. 1. Communications and Information Management. 2. Resource Management, and 3. Command and Incident Management. These segments form the framework of the emergency response structure. The ICS aims to optimize resource use, manage the incident environment, and provide patient care during emergencies. Its structured approach that prevents confusion and ensures a manageable workload for all responders. Within the ICS, roles and responsibilities are clearly defined across the general and command staff, including 1. Defined command roles. 2. Defined finance unit. 3. Logistics management. 4. Operations coordination, and 5. Planning. This organization supports the incident commander in managing the incident effectively. The incident commander oversees the entire response, directing a unified command system for large-scale incidents. Understanding how to communicate and coordinate with the IC is crucial for all clinicians. Generally, if the incident is very large, clinicians will report to a supervisor working under the incident commander, but many times, the first responder arriving assumes the role of incident commander until command can be transferred to senior personnel. The finance section is responsible for providing resources and documenting all expenditures at an incident. Various units within the finance section includes 1. Time unit. 2. Procurement unit. 3. Compensation claims unit, and 4. Cost unit. The logistics section is responsible for obtaining and managing resources needed to complete the objectives of the incident commander. The logistics section or section chief has responsibility for 1. Communications equipment. 2. Facilities. 3. Food and water. 4. Fuel. 5. Lighting. 6. Medical equipment, and 7. Supplies for patients and emergency responders. The operations section is responsible for executing the objectives set by the incident commander. At a very large or complex incident, the operations section is responsible for managing the tactical operations, usually handled by the incident commander. The operations section chief will supervise the people working at the scene of an incident, who will be assigned to branches, divisions, and groups. The planning section is responsible for develops the plan and activities needed to accomplish the goals of the incident commander. This section solves problems as they arise, obtains data about the problem, analyzes the previous incident plan, predicts what or who is needed to make the new plan work. Another role involves creating a plan to tackle incidents, serving as a key strategy during a disaster response. This strategy outlines essential details about incident management, such as goals, methods, and roles. The command staff supports the incident commander in achieving strategic goals, focusing on detailed operation aspects. The safety officer watches for hazards to responders and patients, with authority to halt operations if a rescuer is at risk. They ensure hazards are removed before causing injury. The public information officer provides the public and media with clear and understandable information. They must keep the media safe from becoming part of the incident. They may cooperate with public information officers from other agencies. Effective communication is key to running an incident command system smoothly. It's often seen as the main challenge in many incidents. Making sure communication flows well throughout the incident is vital. The recommendation is: 1. All agencies should be able to communicate quickly and effortlessly via radios. 2. Allow for accountability throughout the incident, as well as instant communication between recipients. Initial scene assessment is critical. Identifying hazards and determining the scale of the incident guide your immediate actions, ensuring your safety and setting the stage for an effective response. Begin by recognizing what's happened as soon as you get there. Your first steps involve assessing the situation quickly and making some initial choices. Your evaluation is guided by 3 key questions. 1. What are the dangers? 2. What is the situation? 3. What do I need? 4. What do I need to do? The initial step involves creating a leadership framework. This is usually set up by the most experienced individual present. After leadership is in place, it's important to inform other team members and request any needed supplies or assistance. Such a system ensures that all efforts are coordinated effectively, aiming for a unified direction. It's crucial for leadership to be determined quickly, ideally by the first, most seasoned professional to arrive. The medical branch of the incident command structure focuses on managing operations, ensuring that medical professionals work within a structured system to deliver care effectively at the scene. The main medical functions in the operational zone of the incident are clear. 1. Triage the patients into identifiable categories. 2. Treat those which can be attended to on scene. 3. Transportation of the injured in an orderly fashion according to severity levels and not overloading the receiving hospitals. The medical branch director will help ensure that 1. Providers responding to the scene are working within the ICS. 2. Each medical division or group receives a clear assignment before beginning work at the scene. 3. Personnel remain in the staging areas until they are assigned their duties. Triage is an effective method for sorting patients based on the urgency of their injuries. This ensures that those in dire need receive immediate attention, while others are arranged to receive care as needed. The procedure is universally straightforward. 1. Triage and tag all patients. Work closely with treatment and extrication supervisor. Ensure movement of all patients to the treatment area. 2. Ensure adequate personnel are involved in the triage process. 3. Ensure safety of yourself and team members. 4. Communicate with the on-scene supervisor or command center. Document activities as best as possible. Triage refers to the process of sorting patients by the urgency of their needs. This quick evaluation is based on specific criteria, and patients are placed into basic categories. Initial triage occurs on site. It's important to monitor those in the delayed category closely, as their conditions can change quickly. Secondary triage involves a repeated evaluation to monitor any changes in the patient's status, acknowledging that their condition can either improve or decline. This reevaluation is an ongoing part of providing care. 4 common categories provide for the orderly evaluation and categorization of patients for the order of treatment and transport. 1. Immediate, red. 2. Delayed, yellow. 3. Minor or minimal, green, hold. 4. Expectant, black, likely to die or dead. Triage tags come in a variety of shapes and sizes. They do, however, have one thing in common: the color code system. The color-coded system, regardless of the specific system in use, have these fundamental processes in place. 1. Tagging patients early assists in tracking them and can help keep an accurate record of their condition. 2. Attach triage tags to the patient. 3. The patient tags or tape should be color-coded and should clearly show the category of the patient. Whatever labeling system is used, it is imperative for the transportation officer to be able to identify which patient was transported by which unit, to which destination, and the priority of the patient's condition. One of the most common triage systems is the START triage evaluation. It is simple, rapid, and quickly identifies and categorizes patients. The first step is to call out and ask if there are any walking wounded patients. These are patients that can ambulate and are not severely injured. Don't worry, these patients will receive a secondary triage in the treatment area. Second step is to quickly evaluate those patients who cannot ambulate or may be unconscious. This assessment involves respiratory rate less than 10 or greater than 30, which is considered immediate. Red. Next, assess hemodynamic status. This assessment involves evaluating capillary refill time and pulse rate and quality. If capillary refill greater than 2 seconds and circulation assessment reveals a rapid, weak or irregular pulse, the patient is considered immediate red. There are some special considerations when involved in the triage process. Patients who are hysterical and disruptive to rescue efforts may need to be handed over to authorities after being medically cleared. A responder who becomes sick or injured during the rescue effort should be handled as an immediate priority and be transported off the site as soon as possible. Hazardous materials, hazmat, and weapons of mass destruction incidents force the hazmat team to identify patients as contaminated and may need decontaminated before the regular triage process. Effective medical response is built upon an ordered system of triage, care, and transportation of the sick and injured. Remember that there are dangers in responding to a mass casualty incident, so scene safety and size up are of great importance. Identifying the mechanism of injury will guide you in evaluating the injuries you might expect to find at an incident. When patient numbers overwhelm the resources needed to care for them, a multi-casualty ICS should be started to organize efforts. In review, remember that incident management is a process to systematically organize multiple entities to accomplish a common goal. Understanding the incident management system will help you function in a high-stress environment. Remember to identify the operational structure of the event. Understand your roles as a responder and the function required to be successful. Be prepared to function within an incident command structure. Utilize a rapid and standardized triage process for patients. Thank you for dedicating your time and skills to learn about the incident management system. Your role in the ICS during the Hajj or any mass gathering event is invaluable. Together, we can ensure the well-being of all attendees, providing efficient, coordinated care in complex situations.